entered. What up? I feel like I just need to stop somewhere and fuck it. I mean, I could stop here, right? I mean, when it comes out, it's gonna be like, what the fuck you're doing? I'm gonna be like, I'm recording a YouTube video. I'm just park outside, you know? So we will try this out. And let's see what's up. I'm here to make a video, and today, or right now, I'm here to talk about this one right here. This is the Armshark Sentinel Clone. I got this on Instagram from Bazooka Flips, which I want to say thank you, because, you know, it was selling this up. I saw it. I was interested in this thing for quite a bit because I was looking for knife to anodize and shit. So I saw this one. I was like, cool, you know. It was 60 bucks, and I was like, fuck it, let's do it. Here I am making a video about this. So, fucking car. So the Sentinel Clone. So yeah, I like this knife a lot. The specs are kind of simple. Channel titanium, plain bushing system, bronze phosphor washers, tank pins, which is kind of interesting. And, you know, specs are pretty much the same as any other clone. And this clone is actually pretty old compared to all the other clones that, you know, they're making right now. I mean, this thing has been out for quite a bit, and I am really late on reviewing this knife for sure, but I'm always late anyways. So yeah, but this thing is really fucking cool, and I love this knife so much. I love this body so much because of many things. The first thing that I noticed, I mean, that's kind of cool, it's the trainer blade design, because the Sentinel, the original one, does not come with any trainer blade design. It's like a live blade or a dual live blade. So they made this trainer blade from scratch, I guess. It fit really well with the design of the handle, so I think it's really cool for that reason. And on top of that, it is just the construction of the knife, which is, in my opinion, really interesting, because it is a full channel titanium, but there is not much going on the handles besides on the front, which you can see right there. There's, you know, all pattern and little details and whatnot. But on the side of the handle, it's basically flat. You know, there's nothing going on. There's no jimpings, there's no speed channel, there's nothing going on, which it can be a good thing and bad things at the same time. But we're going to talk about that later. And also the face of the handles are a little bit rounded, and then these are just flat, which with the tank pins that it comes with, it gives me a really nice, like, old school body zone feeling, and I love it. It gives me like some 4X, you know, kind of feeling. I never flipped a 4X, I flipped the clone only, but, you know, just the slightly rounded with some details, and then just flat titanium, raw titanium, no details at all, and tank pins just give me that kind of like old school feeling, which I really fucking enjoy, and I really like this combination. Like, you don't really see a lot of channel titanium or like channel knives with tank pins. You do have like the Nautilus, the Firefly, you have the Chab from BRS. You probably have some more, but I can't, you know, find the names right now. But these are the most, I guess, iconic, and of course, yeah, the original Sentinel. But like, I love this combination so much because you don't see this at all nowadays. You see a lot of Zen pins, a lot of, you know, aluminum channel, titanium channel with Zen pins or pinslets and things like that. Shit. So even though it's nothing special, I think it's really cool. Like, I really like this design. And I kind of wish to see more of this because, to me at least, it's really fun. Now, I do have to say that, of course, having no details on the side of the handle does affect the flippability. Like, it's not super grippy, even in the faces. The details definitely do help, but it's not the grippiest bison you're gonna have. This thing does not have any texturing anywhere, so, you know, it's not the best grip-wise, and it definitely isn't the best flipping-wise for, like, ladders and things like that, especially, like, infinity ladders. There's no jimping, it's just flat. It's really hard to do ladders on this knife because there's nothing here, and not only that, but this knife is also quite heavy. This is, I don't know the weight specifically on this knife, but I would say that this is around like 4.7 to 5.0 ounces, so like 4.8, 4.9 probably. Which, it's kind of hefty, and I'm not gonna lie, it is hefty, and it's definitely something that a lot of people don't like right now, because nowadays, because you know, by some weights right now it's like 4.0, 3.8, 4.2, maybe 4.3. But you know, something like 4.8, 4.9, it's something you don't really see nowadays so much. And it definitely doesn't help with the, you know, with the overall flippability of this swing. But to me, maybe for some people this might be you know, a throw off, but for me it's anything but a throw off. Having like this construction with this kind of weight and this kind of balance too, and this kind of flippability, which I'm gonna talk about in a minute, makes this knife so much unique. Or not so much, but just it makes it unique. It makes it more interesting and different than anything else you can find in the market, and probably even in the clone market. So that's why I like this swing so much. Now for the flippability, how does this thing flip? Fans are pretty clean. Like fans are clean. Like you don't see any angle drag, and you don't feel basically any angle drag. There's maybe like a little bit, but they're pretty clean fans. So you know, you have clean fans, you have a lot of angle weight, so chaplains are really good. Rollovers are really sticky. Everything just, you know, feels pretty much good. The only thing maybe is the stroker fans, which are a little weird. I don't know if I can show you here, but if not, I'm just gonna put a clip on me doing it. But they feel a little off, probably because of the heavy weight of the knife and the really big, you know, handle weights on the back, like the handle material. So it's a pretty good performing knife. The only thing about this thing is that since it's so heavy, it's not so heavy. I mean, it's heavy, and it has quite some handle weight. It is a little weird to maneuver around, and it can be a little bit of a challenge to flip this thing if you are not used to heavier knives, because you have a lot of weight to deal with. You have a lot of weight mashing your fingers, especially when you're doing, as you saw, like ricochets and things like that. So it's not the easiest knife to flip. It's not the most, you know, competitive flipper out there. It's not the most comfy flipper, I guess, or easy go flipper, but it is fun. I really like this knife because it's pretty fun, it's very unique, and it kind of teaches you how to deal with having a heavier knife and having a lot of, you know, weight and momentum, which in my opinion is something that a lot of people should try, because it is just something really cool to flip. And it might teach you some ways, or it might teach you something about, you know, momentum and, you know, flow and whatnot. So I do think that this knife, it's really fucking cool for those reasons. Now, would I recommend this knife to anyone? No. If you're looking for competitive flipping, you know, lightweight, you know, good design for flipping and all that, this is not really it. Okay, this is not that. You're not gonna get the best flipper out of this. So if you're looking for a straight up upgrade and you want to get something that is gonna improve your skills when it comes to technical stuff or things like that, I don't think this is the right choice for you, because it's a little too heavy, a little too much weight around. But if you're looking for something unique to put in your collection for a couple $100, no, $100, whatever, I don't know, or, you know, 80, 60 in secondary, I don't know how much they go in secondary. But if you're looking for something more unique to flip and you want to try this kind of like, you know, channel tank pins, you want to try something that feels more like old school and there's a lot of weight, you want to try to have like a heavier knife and whatnot, this is a great buy. This is a really great flipper because it is angle bias, but it's not, you know, it doesn't drag on fans. You can still do clean fans. Rollovers are good. It doesn't stick too much. It is just a lot of weight to control, which can be a throw off, but it can also be a cool learning tool, you know, to learn how to manage more weight and whatnot. And maybe it can be helpful for your skills with other knives. Who knows? But yeah, so my review or final thoughts about this thing is that I fucking love this knife. I really flip this thing a lot. I've been flipping this, I'm not gonna say non-stop, but I've been taking this to work. I've been taking this outside. I've been beating this thing, and it's, you know, pretty much fine. Still like tolerances. Tolerances are definitely fucked up, but like I've been flipping this thing non-stop, pretty much. Play. You know, there's some play. They can definitely be tighter, and it was definitely tighter. And this is like a second-hand knife, so I don't know how much the previous owner flipped this thing, but you know, it is in pretty good conditions, and he definitely flipped it a little bit, so I assume this thing can hold up really well. The handle gap, it's fucking great, you know, doesn't close. Even though it's on tank pins, which is another thing that a lot of people don't like because of, you know, pinching and the fact that they're not as resistant as Zen pins, and the fact that it's like two materials in contact, you know. So far, it doesn't have any handle gap issues. They don't pinch. I got pinched like once, twice, maybe since I got this thing. So they don't pinch that much. Okay, you're not gonna get pinched from this as much as you may think. So, and then the handle gap seems really fucking solid, and overall it seems really like solid knife. So, yes, it is on tank pins. Yes, it might back out sooner than Zen pins, but it really depends also on the construction of the knife itself. And it seems like this thing, it can hold up a beat really well, because I've been dropping this thing on concrete and there's literally no markings. Probably gonna put a clip to show that, but it's a really cool knife. I really love this thing. I just love it. I don't know what else I can say. I think I said everything that I need to say. This knife is really cool. If you want to buy it, I honestly go for it if you're interested. If you're looking for something more interesting to flip, this is definitely something good. So yeah, this is my take on the Sentinel Clone. So shit. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one, which is probably gonna be, I don't know, whenever.